Figuring out if a college student can be claimed as a dependent for tax purposes is confusing. Most college students are considered dependents, but there are some boxes you need to check first. Luckily, H&R Block can help you sort it all out. First off, the student needs to be a full-time student. But what is full-time? The IRS says a full-time student is someone the school itself considers full-time. It's usually based on a certain number of hours or courses, and the student must attend for part of at least 5 calendar months during the year. Those 5 months don't have to be consecutive. The school must have a course of study, a regular teaching staff, and regularly enrolled students. A full-time course of on-farm training in a state, county, or local governmental agency school counts too. Part-time doesn't qualify for dependent status. We know school is all about tests. Well, a student needs to meet all 5 of these tests to be considered a qualifying child and dependent by the IRS. 1. Relationship test. They're related to the taxpayer in one of these ways: son, daughter, stepchild, eligible foster child, brother, sister, half-brother, half-sister, stepbrother, stepsister, or a descendant of any of these, like a grandchild or nephew. 2. Age test. They're younger than the taxpayer and under 24 at the end of the tax year they're claimed in. Plus, they're a full-time student for at least 5 months out of that year. If the child is under 19 at the end of the tax year, or any age if permanently and totally disabled, they meet the age test whether or not they're a full-time student. 3. Residency test. They live with the taxpayer for more than half the tax year. The time a student spends living at college counts. 4. Support test. They don't provide more than half of their own support. That includes things like this. Students without full-time jobs usually aren't self-supporting. 5. Joint return test. If they're married, they don't file a joint tax return, unless the child files with a spouse in order to claim a refund of withheld taxes. They also need to be a U.S. citizen, resident, or national. But if the taxpayer answers yes to all of those questions, the student can be claimed as a dependent on the taxpayer's return. Great! That might mean getting the credits for dependents and education tax benefits, such as the American Opportunity Credit. If the answer to some questions is no, a child over 18 may still be a dependent under a different rule, whether or not they attend college, if the taxpayer provides more than half of the child's support, the child's gross income that's not exempt from tax, is no more than $4,300. It's more confusing than calculus, we know. Talk to an H&R Block tax pro for help, or file your taxes yourself with Online Assist, and enjoy access to expert help at every step. More questions? Block has your back. Visit our help center or go to hrblock.com/support.